Once upon a time, in the north of Europe, there was a vast and dark forest called Mistwood. The villagers living nearby had grown up with old legends warning them never to venture deep into the woods. Lucas, a brave and curious boy, always wanted to uncover the secrets of the forest. One day, Lucas decided to go to the edge of the forest with his closest friends, Mia and Ethan. "Come on, let's go a little further," and Lucas said excitedly. Mia felt a bit scared, but Ethan, being brave, replied, "I'm here." "Don't worry." The three of them stepped into the shadows. As they entered the forest, the air suddenly grew cold. The branches of the trees rustled in the wind, accompanying them. Lucas shouted, "It's just the wind, don't worry," but his fear was growing inside him. After walking for a while, an unusual silence enveloped them. Even the sounds of animals had faded away. Suddenly, a strange light flickered between the trees. The children looked at each other and approached the light with curiosity. As they got closer, they realized the light was coming from a shadow. The shadow formed a tall, thin silhouette. Lucas said, "Maybe it's just an animal." But the fear inside him was mounting. When they reached the light, they discovered an ancient stone structure. It was a temple lost within the forest. "This place is really weird," Mia said, walking around. But Lucas decided they should go inside. "Let's check it out," he urged. Once inside, they saw strange writings and images on the walls. Lucas asked, "What does this mean?" Mia replied, "I don't know, but it feels like something bad is here." Just then, the temple door slammed shut, and they were engulfed in darkness. Panic set in as they rushed to the door, but it wouldn't budge. "What are we going to do?" Ethan shouted. Lucas gathered his courage. "Maybe we can find a solution," he said. As they walked deeper into the temple, they found a glowing symbol on the wall. Lucas exclaimed, "We need to unlock this symbol." The children began to dance around the symbol. Suddenly, the temple started to tremble. The door swung open, and a frightening figure entered. It was tall, thin, and had glowing eyes. "Why are you here?" it asked in a deep voice. The children, terrified, replied, "We were just curious." The figure said, "Curiosity can always be dangerous, but if you are lost in this forest, you must pay a price." Lucas summoned his courage and asked, "What price?" The figure replied, "You must confront your fears. If you succeed, I will set you free." The children exchanged glances and decided they had to face their fears. The figure vanished, and a voice echoed through the forest, "Confront your fears." The children realized each had to face their own fears. Lucas was afraid of being alone. Mia was afraid of the dark. Ethan struggled with the fear of failure. After a while, Lucas faced his fear. "You can't scare me," he shouted. Mia stepped into the darkness, declaring, "You can't keep me in this dark." Ethan proclaimed, "I will not fail," as he tried to find confidence in himself. As they confronted their fears, the temple filled with light. The figure reappeared and smiled. "You have conquered your fears. You are now free," it said. The door opened, and the children burst outside. However, something felt different in the depths of the forest. The air suddenly changed. They heard strange noises around them. As they hurried to return to their village, Lucas suddenly fainted. His friends tried to help him, but the forest's magic slowed them down. Finally, they reached the village boundary and laid Lucas down. They immediately called for the village doctor. He took Lucas to the hospital. When Lucas opened his eyes, he saw strange symbols on the walls of the room. "What price did you pay?" a nurse asked Lucas. He murmured, "He faced our fears, but the secret of the forest is still here." At that moment, the fear inside him reignited. His friends were by his side, but the traces of their experience in the forest still lingered. Lucas knew he would never forget the days spent in the hospital. He understood that his fears would never truly leave him. The forest would remain a secret haunting them for the rest of their lives.